What up, baby? It's your boy, son, Danny Donx, Donxboyzfishing, man, with another overdue episode of Ask Danny Donx. Now today, I'm going to cover a couple things. Usually I'll come on, we'll cover 3 subjects, 3 questions that were, asked in our videos, or just asked, anything just asked through our social media that I'll go ahead and pick out and bring it to you guys. But today's a little different. I'm actually going to attack a subject and then end it with just a thought that has just been on my mind for a while. And you know what? Nobody says nothing, I'm going to say something. But that's at the end. But for now, we're going to actually concentrate on a subject that it's actually very, it's a bait that is fished all year round, but people do not realize on how beneficial, how crucial it is to fish this type of lure, this type of style of fishing in the winter. Why? Because this is not, it's a finesse bait, it's a finesse style fishing, and it's not a bait that you're just going to keep reeling back, jumping around. No, especially during the winter. You might get away, you'll definitely get away with it in spring, any other season, spring, fall, or summer. But during the winter, when these bass are not eating as much, for when you go like in the summer when they're eating 7 times a day, you're looking at the winter, they're probably eating once every 7 days. So there's a big difference in change, you know what I mean? So their metabolism is different. Doesn't mean they don't eat in the winter, they don't move around. It's just they're not eating as much. So we have to be mimicked to be enticing. We know what these bass like, especially you know where you fish at. You know what kind of small creatures, you know what kind of bait fish you have in your area, you fish it all the time, you should be able to see it. You know what kind of crawdad colors you have. In my area, for an example, there's a creek out here, and there's also a pond not close to my house. The ones in the creek, I've noticed the crawdads are a lot clearer sometimes, and depending on the season, darker. As to oppose the ponds that I go to, there's like 6 ponds, they're very dark, actually bright red, and then they have a little bit dark on the top. So different colors, man, I don't know. So know where you're fishing, and pretty much match the hatch if you want me to use that terminology so you guys can understand what I'm going with. So what I'm going to go with is what I use for the season, or for the seasons, or what I'm using this winter to try to go ahead and catch some fish for you, and how I rig them up, and a little, you want to call it a hack, if you run out of these stand-up heads or these mushroom heads that you call them, you know what I'm saying, because they do stand up. You know what I mean? The conda, this one's a little tilty. But if you run out of those and you happen to have these small little jig heads, those little round ball jig heads, they work as a replacement. They won't stand up completely, they'll fall down. But if you have a good decent size crawl, something, you can mimic some good action and still make it happen. Depending on the size of bait that you're fishing, you can use them, you have them in a smaller size, and you have them in a bigger size. And they get bigger than that too as well. But this one right here is from Bass Pro. It's called the Bedhead. Danny Donx, for whatever reason, I like to save my baits. You know, like most mushroom heads or most stand-up jigs that are meant for net rigging, have a small keeper on the back. Now, I don't like to ruin my baits. I like to reuse them. I'm going to go ahead and switch out and tie something different on. If it has that keeper, you're going to be shredding every bait you take off. So what I do is I make sure I go ahead and I take my pliers and squeeze that little sucker right in. Tighten it up, so when I remove a bait, I'm not damaging it as much. It will give me a little bit, but not too much to the point that if that keeper was out, I'm shredding that whole opening, and there goes my bait. So lately, I've been fishing right here. I've been catching them, not with this color, but the same brand. This right here is these are the Stickos from Bass Pro. I like these straight up stick baits. This one mimics almost like a fluke. I like the color. This is in the sungill color. Right there. I wish I had more lighting. I do apologize. There's no lighting in my living room like that. And I've been catching them with those. But I was looking through the arsenal, looking at stuff that I have, and I have definitely some ones. There's 2 that in particular that I really want to talk about. Everybody has these. Everybody got the Z-Man Craws. You got the Z-Man TRDs. But I'm going to touch base here on this sucker that I got this summer. I actually got it for my son, but I'm going to be fishing. It's from 10,000 Fish. It's what's it called, this little sucker? I forgot what the name. Oh, here we go. The Sakoshi bug. My apologies, man. Rookie. I like these right here. Now I got them in 2 different colors, but I like the packaging, simple. but to the point. You get it? That's probably my lady driving me crazy here. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 moment. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's my son right there. He's giving me a call. But here, let me show you what I'll be fishing with this here. Or this winter right here. Now, I like these bugs. They're very soft, yo. They're soft to the touch, as a matter of fact. Now, whoo, they do stink, though. I'll tell you that much. Here, let me put this away. Good Lord, that just, whoo, the aromatics came up. I do like the color. The color on this one, I'm not going to pretend I'm a pro and know this by memory. What is it? Does it have it here, the name of it? Twilight. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, the colors on this is awesome. Now, setting that up, oh my God, I dropped all 3 jigs. Rookie mistakes here. Setting this up here, let me put this on here so we have a better understanding and look of what we're doing here. Tying this on. Oh man, I'm having trouble. Alright, here we go. Alright, there we go. Tie that sucker on. What I like about this, what they did, what 10,000 Fishing did, I didn't even tie it on right. I'm tying it on. Dude, who taught me how to do this stuff, bro? I have to talk to my pops. Oh, sorry, my pops didn't show me this. My pops didn't show me none of this. Anyways, that's another story. When you set it up, I like it. Once it hits that bottom, okay, it hits that bottom, it's gonna, I don't have it set up straight, but once it hits that bottom, wow, it's just I'm rookie mistakes here. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. Once it hits that bottom, that little bug, you see that little action? You see that? You see how it goes about? So that flamboyancy. Now myself, when I fish it in the winter, you're fishing in colder water, and if it's a little windy, it's to your benefit. It really is. If it's a little windy, I do apologize for that phone call, but I do not. That's my youngest boy. It is effective and all. Why? Because you have that wind. That wind is going to aid. So you have that standing up right there, and that's just, your line is just holding up. I reel it back slowly so it just comes back a little bit, and then I let it sit. Let it sit for, put your hands in your pocket. 10 to 30, 40 seconds, a minute even, just let it hang there. If you have a little bit of breeze, that breeze is hitting that line and is blowing it, so it's blowing that head back and forth, giving it action on its own without you even moving. So if you have wind, don't be so discouraged to be like, oh my God, it's so windy. No, use it to your advantage. Use that to your advantage. Let it use it so it can give that bait that play. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to cover today. As you can see, 10,000 fish, and I got this one right here, which I'm looking forward to. I got this at one of the local boxes that you get at Academy, and this was in it. And I didn't fish it yet. I was gonna fish it in the summer. It's huge. It's called the Asian lures. It's for Ned rigging. But look at the size of that tail. It looks like a tail almost, of like a lizard or something, even a turtle's tail. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like a little baby turtle sticking his little head out the bottom. There comes a big bass, thinking it's a meal. And thank you, son. You made my day. So, oh man, it's been so now you can see how I grow. You know what I mean? So next subject where I want to touch base on is, if you want to call it, ghost subscribing, fake subscribing, people just not respecting the game. Not respecting the game. Dude, there's so much love to be given out there. Give the love. Why are you giving somebody love and then just taking it right back? That's, I don't know, man. I know people do it all the time, and it's, I guess it's frowned upon. It shouldn't, because YouTube does all this stuff to block fishermen. It's not for kids, but they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't see the people that are trying to make it, and the people that are getting all these 1,000 subscribers by ghosting everybody else that's trying to make it and leaving the little ones down. Why don't you YouTube investigate something like that? You know what I mean? So for you guys that are gonna follow and unfollow, just don't bother, bro. Leave people alone. We're trying to make it. We bust our ass every day just like you. So the only thing about y'all and us, we're real. We don't play you. You know what I'm saying? So for y'all to keep doing it, y'all keep doing it, y'all laughing, that's great. Be subscribers that care about the small channels, that are going out there just because, and as well, you're a small channel. Even the bigger channels that care about small channels, which is very rare. It's very rare. But the ones that do, that's love. So please, again, I'm sorry. I'm not whining. I'm just saying the truth. I say the facts. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. You ain't going to hurt mine. I'll tell you that much. But, bro, just cut it out, bro. Seriously. Just cut it out. There's no need for it, man. Because I straight up give you love. Straightforward. 100%. Don't fake it. I got you. But don't bring it here, bro. Don't bring it. Just for that, just keep it moving. I'm happy with my 188 subscribers that are real, that are that are 100%, and they ain't playing. I'd rather stick with my 188 subscribers that I know that care, that are there, than the ones that are gonna come just to get my subscription and bounce. Don't need you around me, man. So with that note, man, I love you guys, bro. Thank you for watching. Ask Danny Donx, bro. Episode 5, dog. And as always, baby, do what you love.